All right, so Vince, I'm gonna mispronounce your name.
Camerano.
Vince Camerano, we're going to do 6 laps, correct?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. That's the way you understand it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I understand it.
Cool.
Too.
Talk a little technique for a second. First thing you want to do when you drive on track is use your eyes. Not just to see what's in front of you, but use them as a tool to drive smoothly. So you want to look where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Driving smooth is the most important part to driving, not only safe on track, but fast. Mm-hmm. So you want to be smooth. So we have all those cones set up. You don't want your vision to jump from cone to cone to cone to cone to cone. You want to look all the way through the corner and just use the cones as references, kind of in your periphery, okay? That's going to help you drive the car very smooth.
Okay.
Next, I want you to think slow in, fast out. What I'm talking about there are the corners. So do all your braking and shifting before the corners. That way you could choose your line through the corner, then accelerate out of the corner. So slow in, fast out.
Okay.
To help you do that, we have all of our cones. Orange cones are our brake cones. When you cross that threshold, push on the brake nice and firm. It's probably the biggest difference that you're going to feel from street driving to driving on a track. Nice, smooth, consistent braking as you approach it, just making it a little bit lighter. Then you're going to come to the green cone. Try and wait for that green cone to turn in. Then you're going to transition from the brake back over to the throttle as you're turning down, and you just want to balance the car. You don't want to accelerate, just balance the car. And then as you get through the corner down to the apex, start unwinding the steering wheel towards the track out cone, squeezing the throttle. 530 horsepower again, so you don't want to mash the throttle, you want to squeeze it gently. Okay? And the language I'll be using, I'll say, okay, now you want to unwind and squeeze. And that's what I'll say. That means start to unwind and squeeze the throttle.
Okay.
Okay? Any questions there?
No.
No? Perfect. If we get into a situation where we're going to do some passing or anybody's going to pass us, I'll let you know what to do. Understand, don't pass anybody unless I say so, and nobody's going to pass us unless we say so. Sound good?
Okay.
During both those instances, I'm going to reach over and touch the steering wheel. Just don't forget about that. Also, if you're having a problem with a line or I'm unable to articulate what to do through a corner, I could always reach over and kind of walk you through it kinesthetically. A lot of people tend to learn well that way.
Okay.
All right, so take the steering wheel, give me one rotation to the right. Perfect, right there. And have you ever used paddle shifters?
No, not really.
Do you understand the concept?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So right up, left down. What a lot of people do, especially in this car, they'll get all excited and go to grab a handful of it, and they'll hit the wipers and they'll hit the lights. So just reach up. It's a very subtle movement. Take your time, find it, click it up. Okay?
Okay.
If you're a little bit late, it'll automatically shift for us, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
All right. Foot on the brake.
Yep.
Forward out here to the left, please. So where are you in from?
Washington State.
Oh, I love Washington. I absolutely am trying to convince my better half to move up that way. Love the green. I'm from the mountains. I'm from Colorado, but both of us have work here right now. But I love it up there. I just had some friends move up to Oregon, which is quite a gem in itself. Pull right up next to those orange cones. Come to a complete stop if you would. Just try not to go on all those skid marks because that's where the drift car comes out. So up here a little bit more and stop right here. Okay, go ahead and pull out onto track safely and get me up into third gear. So just to the left here, and then up one gear, and up one more. Accelerate straight towards that far green cone. Accelerating in a straight line, and then braking in a straight line. So braking here, and that's your turn in cone. Down towards the first apex over here to the right. That apex we're gonna unwind and squeeze as you come back out to the left side of the track. All the way down the straightaway. And I'll tell you when to shift. Ready? Up one. Staying on the left side of the track all the way to the orange. You're ready to brake and brake firm. Down one gear. So left side. Side guard lights there, right?
Yeah.
Turn in tight down towards the apex. So one of the things that'll help you do that is you kind of reach down to grab.
Yeah.
Hands at 9 and 3. Okay? Alright, brake here. Down one gear. Good. And turn it in smoothly back over to the right. Gently squeeze the throttle all the way over to the right side, aiming for that green cone. Brake in a straight line. Now left. All the way over towards this apex. Unwind. And now squeeze. Good. Back over to the left. Braking firm. In a straight line. Waiting for that green cone. Wait for it. Now turn in. A little bit tighter. A little bit tighter. Now unwind and accelerate. So that one's our tightest corner. Okay. Back over to the right. Brake here. And left. And you don't need to shift there. So I'll kind of tell you when to shift. So here, brake. Down one gear back into third. Turn in tight right. Squeeze the throttle, unwind the steering wheel. Use the whole track. Good, nice job, Vince. Keep going all the way, you can leave it in fourth. Okay. Brake firm here, down one gear, brake harder. Didn't quite brake hard enough, okay?
Gotcha.
And we're, let's see, yeah, you can go around him on the right, that's fine. Still got his hazard on there. And then back over to the left side. Braking here, back down to third, turn in tight right. Gently squeeze the throttle, and then cheat back over to the right side so you get some straight line braking. Brake here, and now left. Putting your door right next to that apex. Unwind, now accelerate. Hopefully we'll get some hazards. Go around them on the right. Okay. Brake in here. And turn it in tight. A little bit of throttle. Now a little bit more. Go ahead, accelerate out. Back over to the right side. Okay, leaving it in third. Brake here. Now left. Now back on the throttle. Brake firm. Turn it nice and tight. Tighter, tighter. Now on the throttle and unwind. Just gotta be patient getting on the throttle. Yep. Up one. Keep going. Keep going all the way to the orange. Remember to brake firm. Brake firm. A little bit harder. Down one gear. Now off the brakes. Smoothly. Back over to the right. Nice. Good line. Tighter. Now unwind. Out to the left. You can still get a little closer to that apex. Okay. Brake firm here. Down one gear. Brake harder. Turn in smoothly. Good. Squeeze the throttle to balance the car. Back over to the right. Brake here. Now left.
I should have gone.
Unwind and accelerate. Yeah, you could have been a little bit closer to the outside there. Okay. Brake firm. Wait for it. Wait for it. Turned in a little early.
Okay, yeah.
We're about halfway across. See what I'm saying? See,
Yep.
because we're facing that way when really we want to be here at our turning.
Gotcha.
That'll allow us to get on the throttle earlier. Okay. Brake in here and left. Back on the throttle. Accelerate hard. Good. Brake it firm here. Turn it in tight. Tighter. Tighter. Now unwind. Don't accelerate here. I'm going to let one car come around us, okay? Tough to compete with the power of the Italians. Go. And brake firm. Down one gear. Turn it in nice and smooth. Down towards that apex. Great line. Turn it tighter. Now unwind. Unwind, and we'll wait for him here. We're going to go around him on the left, okay? So brake here, we're just going to go around nice and wide, nice and smooth. Go ahead a little bit faster. Good, back over to the right. Brake in here, and left, back on the throttle, nice and firm. And brake here. Turn it in tight, tight right, tighter, tighter. Now get on the throttle. Good, unwind. Same line, you've been doing great here. Nice and tight, a little bit tighter. Patient, patient. Now get on the throttle. Good. We're gonna go around him. Good, brake it firm. Turn it in nice and smooth. Squeeze the throttle back over to the right. Okay. Brake in here, and we're gonna go around him on the inside. So go ahead over here on the left. Nice and firm over here, and then brake firm. Turn in nice and wide around here. We'll just get a little bit of room and accelerate hard. Back over to the right. And now left. Accelerate firm and brake firm. Turn in tight. A little bit tighter, a little bit tighter. And unwind the steering wheel. Go ahead and slow down. We're just going to let him pass. Brake in here, and now turn it in. Good, gently squeeze the throttle, coming out of here, back out to the left. A little bit of brake, down one gear. Turn in tight here, a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter. Squeeze the throttle, back over to the right. All the way over here. Brake here, and left. Coming up out of here, squeeze the throttle, unwind the steering wheel. Unwind, good. Left side of the track. Brake firm here. Now we're going to turn it tight. We're going to go right around that Lamborghini. Just give him a little room. Good. Accelerate out. Sorry, he was kind of cutting in there. I thought he was going into the pits, but he wasn't. Now we're going to go left. And back on the throttle. And brake it firm. Turn it in tight right. Unwind the steering wheel. We're going to follow that Lamborghini around. Or that Ferrari. Good. Back over to the left side. Out ready, and brake firm, down one gear, and turn it in nice and smooth. A little bit tighter, tighter. Squeeze the throttle. Unwind the steering wheel. Good, that's good. Keep going all the way down. And braking firm here. Down 1 gear. Turn it in tight. Squeeze the throttle back over to the right side. Early, early.
Sorry.
That's okay. Brake here. Now left. And that's actually a good time because we're done with our laps anyway. So back over here. Slow down. Throw in the hazards. And we're just going to go back into the pits here. Tough when you want to keep up with the Italia. Because we passed him and then he went right on our butt and he's a little bit faster on the straightaway. But I think you got better lines than him, but that car just has a little more power. Which, thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's a bit of an addiction, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of tough to get used to it in just 6 laps, but I was starting to feel
Well,
comfortable.
because we kind of got taught up there, I actually gave you 1 extra.
Oh,
because
okay.
we were kind of having fun racing that guy, and we got held up there for a minute, so we're going to come around here, park just on the other side of that GT, please. Just right over here, tight right. And a little bit further, a little bit further. And take the steering wheel, put it all the way to your left, please.